You're listening
You're listening
You're listening
to another episode
of the Fresh Takes
podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Fresh Takes podcast. First one in about a month, if you exclude our punt, pass, kick, and our awards show that we did. If you guys didn't see the awards show, I don't know. Just they got your reigning, defending, three-time best host of the year award
I
champ
think it's
right here.
rigged.
But
Well,
hey,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and
Tank-
girls, you're
Tank-
listening to another episode of the Fresh Takes podcast by yours truly, the best bearded tank over here, and
Okay.
I'm being joined by my two co-hosts, Tim and Pat.
All right.
Hey
before you keep
everyone,
cut-
it's the Fresh Takes podcast. Thanks.
I was gonna say we're all just gonna introduce. All right. But before you interrupted me, Tank, congrats. I think you had the most awards this year,
I think I did.
even
I
though
think I had
two of them
four.
are like bad
Wow.
awards. So
Hey, he was a comeback player of the year.
yeah. And you and I tied for most picks on Thursday night. So I think yeah, you had the most awards. But all right.
I'll take whatever I can get.
Speaking of awards, this week is when the football season starts. This video comes out Wednesday. Tomorrow is officially the first game. We got Tanks, Cowboys versus Pats, Eagles. But before we get into that game, we're going to actually go and do our playoff predictions. So, I'll go first if you guys want, or if anybody else wants to go first.
Hey,
It
lead the
don't
way,
matter.
best host.
All right.
Show us how to do it.
Why do you want to make his head swell?
So, yeah, when I did this, some of these teams I actually made worse than I honestly expect them to be. Like, my worst team this year is the Raiders, 1-16. And I don't think the Raiders are gonna go
Wow.
1-16, but they have a rough schedule.
Yeah.
And then my other teams tied for second worst was Bears and Saints at 2-15, which I honestly think the Saints are gonna be the worst. But yeah, so in the divisions, I have the NFC East going to the Commanders. I have the NFC North going to the Lions again. The NFC South going to the Buccaneers, which I have the Buccaneers like steamrolling that division. And I know that's probably not going to happen, but I think I have the Bucs going like 12-5 in that division, and everybody else doesn't even have over 5 wins. And then for the West, I have the Cardinals on top. Then my wild card teams are the Eagles at the number 5 seed, the Packers at the number 6 seed, and the Niners at the 7 seed. Tank, just so you know, I have Cowboys 4-13, and I got the Giants going 9-8 this year. I think we could pull a sneaky 8-9, 9-8. And I will let you guys know that once again this year I have the Steelers going to not be positive. 3 years in a row, I'm trying. I have them 8-9 this year. So with
I'll tell you, I
that,
have them 9-7
they get a tie.
or 9-8. Huh?
I said, oh, you
I
got
meant
them
9-8.
getting...
Sorry.
All right, so let's jump over to the AFC side. I have the number 1 seed going to the Buffalo Bills at 15-2. Then I have the Bengals winning the North because they have the tiebreaker over the Ravens. I have the South going to the Texans, but the Texans are only going 7-10. And then I have the West going to Denver this year. So then my wild card teams are the Ravens at 4-13, the Chiefs at 13-4, and then the Patriots sneaking in there at 11-6. So then my playoff predictions would be the Patriots versus the Bengals, with the Bengals winning. The Chiefs versus the Broncos. Unfortunately, the Broncos can't get over Mahomes' magic in the playoffs, and Kansas City wins, even though they lose both times to Denver in the regular season. And then the Ravens steamrolling the Texans again in the playoffs. So then it would be Bills versus Chiefs, and then the Ravens versus the Bengals, and I think the Bills win, and I think the Ravens win. So then we get Bills and Ravens, and I got the Ravens coming out on top, headed to the Super Bowl. And then on the other side, I got the Commanders versus the Packers, or the Niners, with Commanders on top. The Packers versus Tampa with Packers on top. The Eagles versus the Cardinals with the Eagles on top. Then I got Detroit versus Green Bay with Detroit winning. Then I have Commanders versus Eagles with the Commanders winning. Commanders versus Detroit in the conference with the Commanders winning to have a Ravens versus Commanders Super Bowl and the Ravens coming out on top. So I am predicting the Ravens as our 2025-2026 Super Bowl champs. And we'll see if that happens. Last year, Pat predicted the Super Bowl winner, and he got an extra 10 points in his predictions.
Heck yeah. And you see how good it did, man.
Yeah, you still got third place.
Do you want to go, Pat, or would you like me to go?
You go right ahead, my sir.
All right. So my worst team's record is 3-14, and that goes to be the number one overall draft pick to the Dallas Cowboys.
I don't think Dallas is. I had at least 4 games that Dallas could win because I think they could beat the Raiders. I think they can beat the Bears. There's at least one Giants game that they're probably going to win.
Oh, wait. Does this mean I predicted Dallas to have the most wins out of all three of us? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because I only gave them 4. Tank gave them 3.
I gave him 3.
Man.
I gave him 3 wins.
Pat gave them 5.
All right, so with the NFC East, with a 13-4 record, the Eagles. A 10-7 record for the NFC North, the Lions. The NFC South with a 11-6, the Buccaneers. And the NFC West will be a 10-7 record going to San Francisco. Then over on the AFC side, with 12-5 record. The AFC North, a 13-4 record, and that's going to the Baltimore Ravens. The AFC South is a horrible division, and it's 8-9 record, and that is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The AFC West is going to be won with a 12-5 record by the Chargers. So, the number 7 seed in the NFC is going to go to the Giants with a 10-7 record. The Arizona Cardinals will be a 10-7 record at number 6 seed. The number 5 seed goes to Washington with 11-5. The 4 is the Lions. 3 is the San Francisco, and 2 is Tampa Bay. Number 1 being the Eagles. On the AFC, I have the number 1 seed being the Baltimore Ravens, the number 2 seed being the Buffalo Bills, number 3 being the Chargers, number 4 being Jacksonville. The 5 seed going to the Kansas City Chiefs, the 6 seed going to the Denver Broncos, the 7 seed going to Cincinnati Bengals. So, with that being said, you'll have the Buccaneers beating the Giants. You will have the Cardinals beating the San Francisco 49ers. Washington beating the Lions. So you'll have the Cardinals visiting the Eagles. And you'll have Washington visiting Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay loses to Washington. Cardinals barely lose to the Eagles, setting up Eagles versus Washington. Washington winning, going to the Super Bowl. On the AFC, you have the Buffalo Bills beating the Bengals. You have Denver beating the Chargers. And then you have the Chiefs beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. So you'll have Cincinnati, or not Cincinnati, you'll have Denver at Baltimore. That one, I have Baltimore winning. The Chiefs at Buffalo. Buffalo ends up winning. You'll have Baltimore versus Buffalo. Buffalo going to the Super Bowl with Buffalo beating and becoming the Super Bowl champions of this year.
That's crazy that I think 3 years in a row, you and I almost got the same exact results. Because the last 2 years, you and I had the same Super Bowl. And we almost did
Yeah,
it again this year.
I mean, I would love to have Baltimore in there, but I just don't see it. I think Buffalo is going to take it this year.
I also think it's crazy that you think the Giants are going to make wild card, especially when we have the hardest schedule this year.
I give y'all 10 wins.
That's
I think y'all.
crazy.
I think y'all do it.
That's good.
I think when I was doing, I know Bears is a win, Saints is a win, Raiders are a win. I put one win against Dallas. Like, there's a couple that I think we could pull off, but
Well,
I don't have hope.
I mean,
Neither do I.
since we're talking about it and I'm up, I'll just jump. I got the Giants at 3-14. The three I gave them are the Saints, the Raiders, and the Niners. I have them pulling out a win in the Niners.
You don't think we could beat the Bears?
Maybe,
You think
but
Dallas is going to be able to beat them twice?
I mean, I have the Bears kind of like middle of that division. So
I
like,
I say I put that we beat the Bears.
I
I
have
said we beat the
I have the
Panthers.
Bears. I have the Bears at an 8-9 record.
My Bears were like 2-15. But I think we could beat the Panthers. I think we could honestly beat the Falcons.
all right. So since we're jumping into it here, I'll start at the NFC North since
Wait,
we're
hold
at
on.
it.
So is that your worst team?
Oh, finish. No, sorry. My worst team is also the Saints at a 1-16 record.
Okay.
Yeah,
So at least you
they
and I agree
win.
that it's
I
one
gave
and
them the Super
16,
Bowl.
and you and Tank agreed that they're the worst.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. NFC North. That was my toughest division. I have three teams finishing 11-6, and because of tiebreakers, I have the Green Bay Packers winning. This was also made about an hour and 20 minutes before the Michael Parsons trade was was out into the media. So it's like, oh, that kind of helps. All right, so I'll start on the NFC then, since I'm there. I have the number one seed going to the LA Rams at 12-5. The number two going to the Eagles at 12-5. The Rams get it through tiebreakers and head-to-head and stuff. The Carolina Panthers at 12-5 at the third seed, and the Packers, the fourth seed, at 11-6. Hey, you guys looked at me like that a few years ago when I predicted the Browns would make the playoffs. So
Yeah, but you predicted like a 10-7 Browns. 12-5 on the Panthers?
they will go 6-0 in that division. Their 6 wins
There's
automatically.
no way. There is no way. Tampa will
Question real
have
quick,
them.
Pat.
They don't have a defense.
Yeah.
Question real quick,
Yes.
Pat. Are you literally already trying to go for the worst takes
I
award
mean,
this year? I mean, like, dude, like,
we'll let the
I will, I will gladly let you have that award.
we'll let the season play out here.
Dude, they don't have a defense. That's just my thing. All right, just you can keep going.
Five seed, Chicago Bears 11-6. Six seed, Detroit Lions 11-6, and seven seed, Tampa Bay 11-6.
All right, so
Um,
hold on. Before you jump into the AFC, what was your Dallas?
Oh yes, yes, yes. The Dallas Cowboys are going to be 6-11. That is
I
my
say two more than what I gave them.
yeah. I
Three
think it's
more than I gave
respectable.
them.
I mean, the amount of talent on that team, they should be able to win at least that off talent, and
I
I
think
think that's all.
their biggest problem is going to be their run game. I don't have faith in their running backs this year.
But if you'll notice, an NFC team that did not make the playoffs for me is Washington, and you both have them like,
Yeah, high up. I mean, I have them winning the
yeah,
division.
yeah. I mean, all
I
right,
I
think
had them
another
so
winning the
one
Super Bowl
is
as a wild card.
we both had Niners and you didn't have the Niners.
yeah, I have the Niners missing the playoffs. I
I
see.
think I think Tank and I
Let me
also
go
had the
one
Cardinals and you
second
don't have the Cardinals.
because
Yeah,
I have the Rams 12-5, Cardinals 10-7, Seattle 9-8, and they just barely missed playoffs. But like,
Mm.
I'm big on Arizona. I think Arizona is a good team.
I
It's
would say I
just
think ever since we've started this, you've always been down on the Niners.
that's true.
Even the year
And
they
you'll
went to the
see,
Super Bowl.
and you'll see the team I'm down on in the AFC side.
Look, I can already guess it without you even saying anything because every year you shit on the Bills.
Nope.
Oh,
For once,
wow.
with the Bills, I have the Kansas City Chiefs missing the playoffs.
Wow. Well, I
Yes.
mean, that division this year, other than the Raiders, I think is going to be very tough.
Well, the Raiders, I have
I
seven
agree.
and 10.
Hmm. I don't know about that one.
All right, so we'll just get down to it. AFC, my number one seed, Buffalo at 15-2.
Hey, that's where I had
There we go, Tim. See, I'm not down on them this year. Number
them.
two seed, Baltimore Ravens at 14-3. Number three seed, I have the Houston Texans at 12-5. Just because it's a crappy division again, like the Panthers. They have a lot of I don't know, like
Yeah, but I feel like no matter what the Texans, the second half of the year, no matter how good they are, they just stop.
yeah.
And they play their division games in the second half.
Got the AFC West then going to the Chargers at 10-7. They are also tied with the Broncos at 10-7. The Broncos are the seven seed. Five seed, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers,
Wow.
13-4. And New England Patriots at the sixth seed at 11-6.
Hey, there we go. There's some respect on New England. I feel like
Yeah.
New England's going to be sneaky this year.
All right, so we'll get into these matchups then in the playoffs. NFC side, that puts Philly against Tampa round one, with Philly taking it. Carolina against Detroit in round one, with Carolina taking it. And Green Bay against Chicago, with Green Bay taking it. We then jump on to Philly versus Carolina. Philly taking it. Don't worry, I don't have Carolina pulling off that much of a miracle. And then, what was that? Green Bay. Who the hell do they play?
The Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. And I have Green Bay taking that game, putting Green Bay versus Philly, and I have Green Bay going to the Super Bowl.
I'm starting to
And
sense a trend here. I think the last 2 years it's been Green Bay versus Philly in the
well, it's almost been true.
end.
Damn Niners. Uh, all right, AFC side, that will put us with Baltimore against Denver. Baltimore wins. New England against Houston. New England wins. Pittsburgh against the Chargers. Pittsburgh wins. Then it is Buffalo, New England. Buffalo wins. And Baltimore, Pittsburgh. I have Pittsburgh winning. And then Buffalo versus Pittsburgh. Buffalo is going to the Super Bowl. And Buffalo wins the Super Bowl against the Packers.
Wow, so we've got all of us agree
I don't
Buffalo will make it to the conference, but you two have them winning and going to the Super Bowl, but I have Baltimore beating them. Yeah, so it seems like we're a little consistent here because Tank and I both say Commanders, and then you both say Buffalo. So I mean, we got a little corresponding here. But yeah, let's jump into it
Yeah.
now. Who's your way too early coach of the year and your way too early MVP of the year? I will put the record out there, and if we want, I can pull up clips. Every single time I pick an MVP, he either absolutely craps the bed or gets hurt. Just putting it out there. Joe Burrow, he got hurt.
So put it
The
on a
next
player that we
year,
all don't want to win.
the next year, Trevor Lawrence got hurt. Last year, CJ Stroud, god awful. So, unfortunately, this might ruin your guys' predictions, but I'm giving back-to-back MVP Josh Allen. I'm gonna speak it
Yeah,
into
we're screwed.
existence. I have back-to-back MVPs. Josh Allen's taking it.
Yeah, let me redo my picks real quick.
That's what I'm saying. Let me
Maybe I
redo
should have
mine.
maybe I should have let off with the MVP picks. But yeah, I think we'll get another back-to-back year out of Josh Allen.
Interesting. Interesting.
I have a feeling. It's a gut feeling. I don't know if I should believe it or not. But this year we're going to not have a QB winning MVP.
It'll be tough.
It's going to be tough, but I have a feeling it's either going to be Saquon or Derrick Henry.
I don't see it happening. I
Yeah,
think
would like it, but maybe some receiver has another huge year, if anything. But
George Pickens.
yeah.
so-
Okay.
okay, listen. Early prediction here. Unless the Eagles' pass rush is amazing, which it's going to be good, our secondary outside of Kenyon Mitchell on the corners is a little suspect. So George Pickens might have 200 yards and 3 touchdowns
What do
Thursday.
you mean about old DeJean?
Yeah, but he's like, they don't line him up as an outside corner
Uh,
much. We'll see.
I don't know. I think Dak could throw for close to 5,000 yards this year with
Yeah,
Pickens and
absolutely.
Lamb.
Yeah. But speaking of Dak and MVP prediction, no, I'm just kidding. Um, and
Don't get my
6 and
hopes up here.
11, yeah. If Joe Burrow didn't get it last year, his record, no chance of 6 and 11 is getting it. I think it's going to pinball back to the other candidate that it always is between, and Lamar Jackson will pick up another MVP this year.
I straight was thinking you were going to hit us with Bryce Young. With that record
No,
with Carolina, I thought you were going to hit Bryce
no.
Young.
Listen, this is a
I can
team.
see that.
That's a team effort. 12-5. That's not.
Okay.
That's not a shining star. 12-5.
All right. So who we got for coach of the year?
Um, like I want to say honestly, it's going to be Ben Johnson over at Bears. With I feel with I think I said I had him what an 8-9 record, but I feel like he's going to come in and he's going to do a lot to turn the team around. But at the same time, I don't feel that he's going to be a nominee or whatever. I don't see him winning. I do feel Dan Campbell's going to get it or Dan Quinn.
Okay. Pat?
I think. So honorable mention to Canales, obviously, if I have him turning the Panthers around in just 2 years. But I think if you get a 15-2 record, like it's almost guaranteed. I think it would be McDermott.
Uh, I got an honorable mention, Mike Rabel. I think he'll come
Yeah,
in. He can turn the Patriots around. Mike Vrabel could. But I mean, when I got them going 13-4 and finally dethroning the Chiefs in the division, I think Sean Payton's getting it. So I think old Sean P is going to be my coach of the year. So
Didn't Vrabel play for the Patriots?
sure did. Super Bowl champ. But
Well, I thought I couldn't remember if he did or didn't.
I know I didn't message this, but I'm just thinking of it now, and I want you guys to give your off the dome answers without thinking of it. Rookie of the year.
Oh,
Travis Hunter.
I'll say Cam Ward.
I'm I know this is probably not gonna be it, and I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. Give me McMillan or what Tet, whatever his name is for the
That,
Panthers. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm gonna say
that's
him.
probably a good pick too.
I'm gonna say him. Genty definitely is probably like second pick,
Yeah.
but when I have the
I mean,
Raiders
y'all
going
have
one
good
and
ones.
16, I don't think Genty's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the Titans doing great, but I think Cam Ward, aside from Ridley, might be the only bright spot on that whole team. So
Well, I mean, the Giants went 5-11, and Saquon got Rookie of the Year his year. So, but all right, let's talk about it. Week 1, Dallas versus Eagles, and of course, I got the Eagles coming out on top.
yeah,
No, let's not talk about it.
Yeah, we're being an NFC East podcast this year. So Dallas Eagles, week 1.
Eagles.
Mm.
Yeah, Eagles.
Yeah,
Um,
Dallas kind of, even with backups and stuff, always has a way of winning one of the games. I just don't think it's going to be opening night with everything that's going on in the offseason.
all right, let me give you some over unders. Over under 100 yards Saquon.
Over.
I'll go under.
Okay. Over under combined 150 yards Pickens and Lamb.
Over.
Oh, over.
Over under 55 yards Hurts rushing.
Hurts.
Hurts.
That's I'm gonna go under.
Yeah, I'll go under.
Over under Dak 2 interceptions.
Under.
Should we go 1.5 or a 2.5?
I think uh
Um,
I think maybe this is something we'll do for this year's like instead of we'll do the picks too, but we'll do the over unders as well. We'll do five for if it's a division game, but 2 for just regular games. So yeah,
I
was
think
that 4 for them?
I think
You had Saquon, Hurts,
The
CD Lamb,
and George and then
Pickens,
the interceptions.
I'll
interception.
go.
Yes.
Like, can I say two? I think he'll throw two.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure how it works is if you say 2, that counts as the over.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I say it's going to be under.
I think I'll have 1, but I don't think I'll have 2. What's one last one we can do?
Sacks.
Oh, Kenny Clark sacks. One.
Oh yeah, there. Kenny Clark, 1.5. I'm gonna give the
I'm
under on
gonna
that one.
go. I'm gonna take under.
It's
Yeah,
1.5. I think he'll get one. I do think he'll get one
yeah.
just because like everyone's kind of considering him just a bum. Like
I I think he'll get
I
one, but
know he's
that's
just a run guy,
because
but
I think it'll be Jalen's trying to like scramble, and then he gets caught up on one of the linemen, and then Kenny just happens to be there to swallow him up.
yeah.
So, all right, let's jump to the other NFC game this week: Commanders Giants, and I'm giving it to the Commanders.
Giving it to the Commanders.
If it was maybe week 5, New York might have enough identity by then, but I don't know if they quite know what they got on their hands yet.
Yeah. So, over under neighbors 80 yards.
I'll I'll take every over with neighbors.
I'll go over.
Um, over under 60 rushing yards Daniels.
Under.
I'm just going over because it's been so long since I've seen him play football, and I'm excited.
I'm gonna do this one based off of the last time they played. The Giants had 6 sacks on them last time they played. 3.5 sacks, Giants. I'm gonna say over, but that's because I
Yeah,
don't think that the Commanders have an offensive line, and I mean we stacked that defensive line this year.
I'm gonna say
yeah.
over.
I will say they have at least four, so yeah, over.
Um, Here, let me get you a crazy one. Over under .5 fumbles, Russell Wilson. Because I mean he's still kind of like crazy with running.
Over.
I'm gonna say
I say
under.
they're going to
I
have at least.
I don't think Russell will fumble.
I say he will fumble at least once.
I say under. No fumbles. No fumbles.
All right, and then we gotta think of one more.
Jackson Dart appearances.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he'll come until like week 6.
Oh,
Mm,
can we go Krosky Merritt touchdown?
do you think he plays?
I have no idea.
What about Scary Terry?
Oh yeah, we could do
Oh, there you
some type
go. There
of
you go.
Terry.
Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuels, 150 yards.
Ooh,
Over.
I'm gonna say under because I don't think Debo will get much,
yeah. Yeah.
especially with the Giants adding the secondary they added this year. I think the Giants have a scary good defense that not too many people are like actually appreciating.
Yeah.
So, all right, there you go. There's our over unders. That's 10 of them. Uh, we'll
If
update
y'all win
everybody.
anything on these over unders with us, we're always willing to take some,
Well, hey, we're just making the over.
donations.
We're just making the over under. These aren't actually in there. I'd have to look at DraftKings or something.
What if
Start taking
what if
those.
you did? Yeah, can we actually I will donate the dollar each week, $18 all season. If you want to put in a unanimous group five over under parlay on some site and just see what the heck happens each week.
Do a 5 anytime touchdown every week. Nah,
We could
6.
do
We each get 2 receivers or running backs.
we could do something like that. I'll donate the dollar because if they hit, we get a lot more than a dollar.
But all right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We're glad to be back. NFL season starts tomorrow. And make sure you stay tuned to our Facebook page so you can see our picks for the rest of the week. Remember, next week it'll just be covering the NFC games, what happened this week, and what we predict for the next week. We'll still have that catch up with Tank. We'll still have a day, and Pat will still hit us with his power rankings. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy. Remember, if you didn't watch the punt pass kick highlights or the award show, go to our channel and watch those down below. And other than that, I thank you guys for watching and take it away, Pat.
Well, uh 49ers suck. Chiefs suck. Go birds.
Go Birds.
Indeed. I got I'm too rusty. I got nothing.
Listen, it already sounds like Pat wants the worst take. So go ahead and give him the award. Other than that, you can follow us on the good old X, aka FKAARTA, Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and don't forget to hit those like, subscribe, notification button. You know when we drop something new out there. This is the best bearded tank signing off, and I will see you all next week. Peace, y'all. Dallas sucks.
Goodbye, everybody. Hey, can I get a go G? No? All right.